This video comes to you from Gongaii Games, your source for Star Wars Destiny singles, sealed product, and tons of other great games. Check them out at gongaii.com. Use discount code COMMANDO10 at checkout for 10% off your purchase.
Hello everyone and welcome to Dice Commando, coming to you today from Gongaii Games for a standard quarter kit tournament. On our left we have Sara, she's playing Jin Cassian on the Occupied City. And on our right we have Alex, he's playing eSnoke, Rebel Traitor, and Ciena. He of course is on Theed. So we're about to do our roll off. I like Sara's chances in this deck because Alex has to play a lot of upgrades. Alright, so Sara will win. So we will certainly take the Occupied City. 2 shields will go on Snoke, but that will put immense pressure on Alex. Okay, so Sara will open us up. Looks like we see a Jin Blaster, an Easy Pickings, Hasty Exit, and I think it was a Field Medic and a First Aid. Okay, so Jin rolls in with a blank and a discard, and she'll look at the top 3 cards. We see a Triple Laser Turret, a Hidden Motive, which she drops, and then a Force Illusion. All right, Friends in Low from Alex. Yes, Force, yep, that's what we see. We see a Field Medic and a First Aid. So considering he's looking at both of those and probably doesn't do a bunch of first turn damage, I think Easy Pickings. The thing is, Alex is not likely to walk into an Easy Pickings here unless he has like a, unfortunate for him in that regard, roll with a money and a money on Ciena and the Traitor. Okay, but he does pick the Easy Pickings. Goes back to Sara. Sara brings in Cassian. It's a discard and a blank. We do see a flank, a TLT, I think an Umbar and Hover Tank in Alex's hand. Right, so he rolls in Ciena. He's going to have to drop 2 of those. Gets a Disrupt. All right, so we'll discard 2. And likely she mills here. Yep, that's what, yep. So mills the TLT that we saw before. And she pulls the TLT and the Umbaran. Pretty good turn for Sara so far. Alex is down to 2 cards in his hand. He'll roll on the Traitor. No one to force to activate. So he won't do that. Does get a shield. Sara probably pitches to re-roll. Yep, drops her Hasty Exit to re-roll. So 1 gun and a discard. So that's 1 more from deck, 1 more from hand. Okay, so he flanks the Jin discard, but now he'll lose 1 from the top of his deck. Right, Snoke comes in. 2 indirect and a Disrupt. Right, Sara goes and claims. Alex can do what he wants, but he's going to have to pitch to reroll. He only has 1 card left in his hand. So doing the quick accounting, he lost 1 for Jin, he lost 1 for each of the Cassian die. Oh, and he has to drop his fist. Does not get what he needs. Okay, so it takes $1, does 2 indirect. Does she go 1 on each, or does she go 2 on Jin? Okay, but Alex will go in with 4. Okay, so they both went on Jin. She will get first strike here. She also has $4, so she's going to be able to play that Jin, the Jin Blaster, which is going to put additional pressure on Alex. Very nice. 3 for the Jin Blaster. So Alex has no upgrades. He starts dropping upgrades and support. He's going to start losing cards from his deck. All right, so Traitor comes in with a 1 indirect, and then he'll force her to activate, which he was probably going to do anyway. So Jin comes in with a +2, and a blank. Looks at the top 3. We see a hand cannon, a probe, and she gets rid of the probe. Oh, we also see a Dooku Solar Sailor. Okay, now she has the trigger. So she'll re-roll the Djinn die, gets a +2 again, and she also re-rolls the Djinn Blaster die instead of discarding the top card of the deck, gets a shield. It was a rather fortunate roll for Alex there. All right, so he'll Snoke power action for 3 indirect. So she'll put 2 on Cassian and 1 on Djinn. Djinn has 9 remaining, Cassian has 8 remaining. Cassian comes in with a discard. Not bad. All right, Ciena comes in with a 1 gun. Now, do you remember that power action's already been used? So there's a discard 2 and mill 2. I'm assuming mill 2. This is the Beguile and a Force Illusion. Not super impactful for him on the Force Illusion. And then, yep, mills 2, the Hand Cannon Dooku Sailor. So you no longer know what's on top of the deck. Here comes Snoke. The 2 focus and a 1 money. Pitch to reroll probably coming here. Okay. Pitches a rearm to reroll. Does keep the shield. Gets a discard on Djinn and a blank. Alex has, I believe, 3 cards in his hand. He's thinking it over here. One of those is a chance cube we saw. But then he'll lose another card from his deck. Okay, yep, so chance cube comes down. Sara will have him mill. He loses, he doesn't like you. Okay, so she takes a shield. Okay, shoots Ciena, or Ciena shoots for 1, takes a shield off, discard. Okay, gets his motive, so both his motives are gone. He has 1 card remaining. Oh, he just claims. So does she pitch to reroll? Right, so there's a field medic. Removes 2 from Cassian, who's now fully healthy. And Sara's not in bad shape here. She does not own the battlefield, though, and Alex has $6. So this is probably the turn where Alex plays catch-up. We do see an easy pickings in her hand. That probably won't be massively helpful. And do we see friends and low in Alex's hand? I think that's, yep, that's exactly it. So he's going to see what he's working with. Scrap heap, blaster, easy pickings, hasty exit, which is useful or useless to her. So Alex knows he can do whatever he wants to do this turn. So Sara's going to take a beating here. Because we do see a fire spray. And is that an Artcaster's? It is. Fire spray and an Artcaster in Alex's hand. So, and he's not in a hurry here because he knows she can't do anything about it. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 for the fire spray. Sara probably just brings in Djinn here. Yep, so here comes Djinn with a 2, a +2, and a base 2. So we'll look at the top 3. Flames of the Past, Feel Your Anger, and then the other fist. So she'll certainly drop the fist. But that fire spray can get it done because there's still enough for a Ciena reset there. And then she mills it. She does not re-roll the Djinn Blaster, so she'll mill another card, gets the Feel Your Anger. All right, there's a power action on the fire spray to drop the Artcaster, which allows Alex to roll in and then re-roll a die. That can be any die, but the fire spray gets a blank, so you'll roll that one. It's a 4 indirect for 1. All right. So there's 6 into Ciena. Puts her at 7. That 4 for 1 changes Alex's strategy a little, but he has to pay for the cube anyway, so. Okay, so there's the Traitor coming in, gets the 2 indirect, forces Sara to activate. Gets a 1 gun and a blank. Not enough to kill Ciena right now. I wonder if Alex is going to just reset right now with Ciena and then bounce the cube. Nope, so he's going to pay 1 for the cube, activate Snoke. 2 focus, 2 oh man, that's a good roll. 2 focus, and a blank. But remember, we know that there's no control on Sara's side, so Those focuses are huge. All right. Sara pitches a reroll, gets double blanks. Let's see how Alex wants to do this. All right, so there's a 2 focus to the 3 money and the 3 indirect. All right, she pitches her 11 to re-roll, gets a discard and a discard. That's pretty good. But Alex actually Alex doesn't necessarily need those cards in his hand. Okay, so he doesn't like you, removes the fire spray to save himself a card. And then we do drop the last card from his hand and mill 1. And then there's really no reason for Sara not to claim here. And then just take her beating. So there's 3 indirect from the Artcaster. Okay, 2 into Cassian, 1 into Jin then. Yep. Okay, so she does claim. Okay, takes the $3. He'll be able to reset the fire spray. Okay, he's going to roll in Ciena first. Gets a blank. Okay, Snoke power action for 4 indirect. All right, so it looks like we're going 2 and 2. That'll put Jin at 6 and Cassian at 4, each with 6 health remain. All right, there's the Ciena power action for the reset. Then he'll roll in for sure. Gets a 3 indirect on the fire spray and a disrupt. So there's 3 more from the fire spray. Okay, so 2 go on to Jin, putting her at 8. 1 goes on to Cassian, putting him at 5. So he's going to be able to, does he do the 3? Does he do the base 1 and the +2, or just go to the 3 indirect? All right, goes 3 indirect in the base 1, so the 3 indirect gets dealt. Okay, so Jin has 10 damage on her. Cassian has 6. 1 goes into Jin, putting Jin at 11. And that is it. So yeah, Sara took her beating that turn. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think Alex will have 2 cards left in his deck. Okay, so first aid for 1. Oh, first aid has to heal a red character. So Cassian was healed, but first aid actually has to heal a red character. However, with the indirect, hopefully that won't change much in this game. Actually, it will, though, because Jin can go down super easy here. So, well, let's see how this plays out. All right, it's Alex's action. He has plenty of damage on the table with which to do this. See another fire spray and a beguile. So he's going to open with his fire spray. It's a disrupt and a 3 indirect. All right, Sara's going to roll in Jin. Get a discard, and a blank. She'll get to look, well, I guess it was just 1 card on the top of his deck, and she just discarded it. All right, she gains 1 for scrap heap. So sorry about that. I thought there was 2 on Alex's deck. There was only just the 1. So with Jin, he took that away. There's a beguile for 2. So he gets to re-roll, blank, and remove. So re-rolls the blaster for a blank. Blanks, and then removes the discard. So all Sara has to do is get rid of 4 cards here, not die. But that's not going to do it, because Cassian's mill ability is irrelevant at this point. Occupied City is not relevant either, because there's no cards in deck. And that's where this Jin Cassian deck stalls a lot, is getting those last couple cards. All right, so there's a Ciena power action, which is smart because she can blow Ciena away. All right, but there's a pitch to reroll probably all of them. I mean, right? All right, no discard. All right, so there's a probe. He'll look at 2 random cards and discard any events. So a Gin Blaster, just the Shriek. So now she can pitch that Gin Blaster to reroll. She needs discard here. All right, there's 1, 2. And then a money and a 2-gun. That 2-gun is enough to kill Ciena. All right, chance cube, mill, but there's nothing to mill. So here Sara can drop 2 cards. Oh, so she's going to play Impulsive, resolve a die. Okay, so she'll resolve the gun, kill Ciena. Now she gets Ambush. Now she'll discard 2 cards. So Alex is out of cards. So the question is, can Snoke do it? And then 1 indirect was dealt because there was nothing else on the Cassian splash, which went into the Traitor. Yep, so Alex just bounced both his cubes, which makes sense. So he now has 2 cards in hand. And then Snoke gets a 2 focus and a money, and that's probably it. Okay, so she took $1 and then should have dealt an indirect there because there's nothing to mill. All right, 3 indirect from the Artcaster. Oh, so she's killing Jin and then moving 2 over to Cassian. Yeah, Alex is going to be able to cat and mouse here with those chance cube bounces. He's going to have to keep them in his hand, though, but for now. Okay, so there's a focus to 5 and 5 indirect, and that's it. Wow, nicely done. Very narrowly escaped. Nicely played by both players. Congratulations, Alex. If you like what we're doing here on Dice Commando, give us a like, subscribe. Thank you for watching.